The graveyard is well kept for somewhere so isolated. Large black crows are watching me. A rusty metal letter. The door is rusted shut. A pile of rubble, masonry, and broken gravestones, covered in weeds and flowers. Nature is taking back what was borrowed. No one has been through there for decades. Large black crows. A rusty metal letter. Decorative gravestone. Decorative gravestone. No one has been through there for decades. The gravestone is missing letters. Large black crows are watching me. A rusty metal letter. A hedge sparrow, quite tame.
Not long now, we'll be coming.
Excuse me, may I disturb you?
No worries, lad. You don't disturb me.
Strange job you have, grave digging.
Preparing the bed is what I prefer to call it.
I'm visiting the church. I've travelled from Saxton.
Well, ain't that something? Run along, lad. Do your visiting.
Why do the crows not come into this area of the churchyard?
Them old crows know better than to dwell near open graves.
Can you spare me a few moments? I have some questions.
I'm rather busy, lad. If I can get my work done, I'll have some time for you.
Perhaps I can help.
That you probably can.
Just say the word, and I'll be straight on it.
Oh, lad, you are eager. Perhaps you'll be the lucky one.
The lucky one?
Oh, don't mind me. Just speaking out loud. I'm only used to the birds, you see. Damn birds. Black as ink they are. They've taken poor Tom again, taken him, and scattered him all over.
What do you mean?
Taken his name, and scattered him all over. If you put poor Tom together again, I reckon I might have a few moments to, converse.
Okay, I'll see what I can do. A rusty metal letter. A rusty metal letter. No one has been through there for ages. That's not right. Is that a crown? Yes, definitely a crown. A rusty metal letter. Tom Oliver. So now I know. The gravestone is complete. Thomas Ager. Did Thomas Ager kill a man? Did he know the location of the crown? Excuse me, may I disturb you?
No worries, lad. You don't disturb me.
I finished putting poor old Tom back together.
That you have, lad. He's looking on you kindly now. I've got more time for your questions, if you have something to ask.
Does the name Ager mean anything to you?
Agers, is it? I should have known. What you be wanting with them?
Did you know any of the Ager family?
Yes, I knew William Ager. Not personally, but I knew of him. He wasn't, how shall I say this, quite right in the head. A bit simple, if you know what I mean. Oh, this was back in the 1940s. Ager didn't go to fight. He was sickly. Bad breathing, bad heart, bad everything. They say the family spread their seed too thinly. Deformities and so forth.
Was there a connection between the Agers and the legend of the Anglo-Saxon crown?
There's talk that those Agers knew the location of that last crown, and I'm guessing they weren't the only ones. People don't go looking for things that don't need finding. The people of the Fens are superstitious folk, you know. They believe in the old ways, the ways of the land. It's best not to disturb them who sleep.
What connections do the Agers have with the church?
Oh, that's a good one. Thomas Ager was a rector of this parish 200 years past. Odd fellow he was. Greedy and deceitful. We ain't allowed to talk about him to the vicar. He won't hear a bad word against him. But I can tell you there was darkness in his heart. Old Nick knew it. Some say it cost him his life. Poor old Nick.
Where can I find out more about the Ager family?
William Ager? He died in the 40s. Terrible for him it was. He died of tuberculosis. Water on the lungs. I heard he was near hysterical, terrified that there'd be no one left to carry the family name. You see, some folks say the Agers were guarding a great secret, entrusted to the family for centuries. I'd start with the museum folks in Saxton, or old Nanny Noah. She knows a thing or two.
Can I ask about something else?
Go ahead, lad.
The church is very isolated. Why is that?
A great plague. The Black Death. 12th century it was. A terrible time, lad. Truly terrible. Dead littered the streets and lanes of Northfield. Cattle and livestock roamed the country, unattended. Brother deserted brother. Mother deserted her young. 1/3 of the people died, all across Europe. Timber buildings soon rot away, and there ain't nothing to show for Northfield. It's a ghost of its former self.
Do you believe in ghosts?
Aye, that I do. The friends we have in life are still with us.
Are there any ghosts here at Northfield?
Aye, I'd say so. Old Nick walks this churchyard after dark. He's looking for something, that's for sure. You've probably met old Nick. He's in the church, laid out on his back, poor devil. I be reckoning he's the one you want to see. A word of warning, though. Be careful how you're looking on him.
What do you think ghosts are?
Well, I never. What a question. I can't say I know. Spirits, maybe? Those who need to move on. There's something they have to know. Or something they want to tell us. Maybe they've got unfinished business with the living. Either way, I don't bother them and they don't bother me.
Can I come back here tonight to ghost hunt?
Hunting ghosts, is it? Those who go looking for the dead are asking for trouble. You watch what you're doing. The dead folk of Northfield won't take kindly to any disrespect. But if you're determined, I'm thinking I might leave the doors open tonight and light you a few candles.
Can I ask about something else?
Go ahead, lad.
I'll get on with my visit.
Be seeing you, laddie. Be seeing you. It ain't right, and he knows that.
The flowers are dry, old, and brittle. That's not right. That's not right. Perfect. This will capture any visitors or paranormal phenomena. There's definitely something. I should listen to the recording. A recording from the church pews. choir stalls are empty. The choir stalls are empty. It's a coat of arms. These panels should have some sort of decoration or carving. They have been worn smooth. These panels should have some sort of decoration or carving. They have been worn smooth. The statue's hands appear to be missing. Nothing. What on earth is that? This could be orb activity. The shelf is peppered with dead flies. Some still twitch with the last remnants of life. What is that? The camera has captured something. That's not... The choir stalls are empty. The church window contains stained glass, illustrating Bible stories. That's not right. Not right. That's not right. The carving features two medieval ladies and a coat of arms carved into slate. The Black Death comes to East Anglia. Ugh, morbid. The tapestry features 3 crowns. A link. A definite link to the legend. I must be getting close. Something about those eyes. Good afternoon, Vicar. May I speak with you?
Oh, very well, if you must. But time and tide wait for no man, and I've lost something terribly important. I really must find it.
Maybe I could help you find it.
Oh, bless you, dear little man.
Can you tell me what we are looking for?
If I could, I would. I simply can't remember. I just know that I need it, and it's terribly important.
Well, where did you leave it?
It's around here somewhere. Oh, then again, let me think. Where would I have put something so important? My memory is not what it was.
When did you lose it?
Ah, I believe I lost it between Wednesday and Friday.
Bye for now.
Feel free to wander God's house.
Thursday. The vicar lost Thursday. Good afternoon, Vicar. May I speak with you?
Oh, very well, if you must, but time and tide wait for no man.
I found this on the notice board. It appears to be a service plan for next Thursday.
Oh, dearie me, yes, I lost Thursday. I'm always losing Thursday. Bless you, young man. My week is complete. Oh, goodness. I'm late delivering Thursday to the flower arrangers. The WI women create the most lovely arrangements. A true symphony of petal, bud and leaf. Take Thursday and give it to Nanny Noah. She'll know what to do.
Yes, I'm sure I can do that. I was planning to return to Saxton once my business here is finished.
Business? Oh, how very odd. What business?
Does the name Ager mean anything to you?
Ager? Ager, Yes, that name does ring a bell. Let me see.
I believe the Agers lived nearby.
It's a very old name in these parts, so I wouldn't doubt it. There's a William Ager buried in the churchyard, along with his ancestors.
Did the Agers have strong connections with Northfield Church?
Oh, good heavens, yes. Thomas Ager, who died in 1799, was a rector of this very church. I must say that I am thrilled you find our history so interesting.
Thomas Ager was a vicar?
No, dear boy. He was a rector. There's a difference.
Did he worship here, at the church?
Oh, yes. He was a most devout servant. His name is listed on the rood screen by the chancel. You'll find it if you look.
What happened to Thomas Ager?
It's interesting that you should ask, as there's a whiff of mystery surrounding his later years. He came into a large sum of money, most of which he ploughed straight back into the church. When money is given to such a worthwhile cause, people tend to accept, no questions asked.
Did Thomas Ager have a large family?
The Agers were a very large family in Thomas's time. Slowly the family number decreased and finally vanished some years ago. William was the last, poor wretched soul. He drove himself to an early grave, you know. He was in a terrible state. The family line was drawing to a close, and he feared there would be nobody to carry the family name. I always sensed that he carried with him a terrible burden, a secret of some description. Perhaps it was a family secret, passed down from one generation to the next. I dare say old Thomas Ager would have shared the burden in his time. But that is all in the past, and we must always look to the future.
Can I ask some other questions? Can I ask you about the church?
Of course you may. Go ahead.
Who is that in the painting?
Ah, that's my great. Ugh, he's an ancestor, a very old one. He was vicar of this parish for 50 years, back in the 18th century. He knew a thing or two about keeping the heathen masses subdued. I can only wish I shared his talent in that department. I must say, it is wonderful to meet someone of your generation who is interested in our history. What makes you so different?
It comes naturally. I've always been interested in history.
Motivation is always a good thing. no matter what the cause. The devil makes work for idle hands, you know.
How long have you been vicar of this church?
A very short time. I moved back to this area 30 years ago. I'm still new to the parish.
30 years? I'm 30 years old. Why do people still see you as an outsider?
There are families around Northfield with ancestry dating back to the Doomsday Book. I am a very new arrival, you see.
Who is the statue of the sleeping man?
I have no idea. There are those who know these things, find them interesting, but I am not one of them. That statue takes up valuable church space and is a distraction to the congregation. It is a trial to keep their attention at the best of times.
It gives off a strange atmosphere, almost as if that corner of the church was special in some way.
Special? I have not noticed anything special.
Do you play the violin?
No, not for an awfully long time. There just are not enough hours in the day. The Lord, in all his generosity, provides ample time for contemplation, but my violin will have to wait.
I bet this old church has secrets.
Oh dear, you young people are so adventurous these days. Always looking for darkness in forgotten corners, mystery in your own shadow. But I dare say this building has seen some horrors, mystery, and intrigue. They say the building is built upon an Anglo-Saxon sanctuary of reflection, whatever that means. If you are interested in such things, which you obviously are, you should speak with old Russet. You can find him in the churchyard.
Can I ask some other questions? Can I ask about the churchyard?
I'll help you if I can.
Do you mind the crows? They seem to own the church.
All things bright and beautiful, all creatures great and small. I cannot dislike the crows, dear boy. They are all God's creatures. Do the crows frighten you?
I can understand why people are superstitious about them.
The old faith in these parts believed that the crows were spies and messengers of the Dark Lords and Earth Gods. Silly, superstitious nonsense. Although I must admit that they do seem to watch our progress through life with envious eyes.
The churchyard is kept very well for such an isolated spot.
Oh yes, Mr. Russet keeps the place looking spick and span when he's not hiding from the crows. He hates the feathered fiends. They terrify him, in fact.
Why is the church so isolated?
The Black Death, my boy, the Black Death. There was once a thriving community based around the church tower. When the disease struck the village, it came with no warning. Whole generations were lost overnight. Terrible, terrible tragedy. No evidence of the old village remains, as many of the buildings are now hidden by the encroaching woodland beyond the church wall.
Can I ask some other questions? I'll have a look around, if you don't mind.
Feel free to wander God's house.
That's not right. That's not right. There's definitely something. I should listen to the recording. A recording from the church sanctuary. I think I've collected enough information from here. Time to return to town. I think I've collected enough information from here. Time to return to town.